The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird, capable of achieving the highest speed of any living creature on the planet. This can put an end to the debate about which is the fastest animal, but with a little clarification, this bird develops speed not in horizontal flight, but in vertical flight, that is, in diving towards a target. Like most falcons, the peregrine is a medium-sized bird. It reaches 40 to 50 centimeters in length and weighs from half a kilogram to 1.5 kilograms. The body of this bird is streamlined, swift in shape. The chest has well-developed muscles, the wings are long, and the tail, on the contrary, is short. The beak, although it looks small, is strong and ends with a sharp hook. However, the main weapon of the peregrine falcon is its relatively long legs with strong and clawed fingers. A blow with clawed paws at high speed rips open the victim's body like a cutter. The peregrine falcon's range is unusually wide. These birds live throughout Eurasia, North America, and much of Africa. Birds guard their areas very jealously. They drive out not only their relatives, but also other large species of birds. The territories of peregrine falcons are extensive. Each nesting site is 3 to 10 kilometers away from the neighboring one. It is interesting that peregrine falcons never hunt near their nest, no matter how much prey there is, so geese, swans, and geese tend to settle closer to the peregrine falcon's nests. In this case, they and their offspring are guaranteed to be protected not only from attacks by falcons, but also from attacks by other birds of prey that peregrine falcons drive away. The favorite prey of peregrine falcons are medium-sized birds, pigeons, gulls, waders. During the period of feeding their chicks, they can also hunt unusually small prey, small waders and passerines, but at times peregrine falcons can also encroach on birds much larger than themselves. It is not difficult for a peregrine falcon to catch a heron, a goose, or a duck, the weight of which is several times greater than its own. The flight of the peregrine falcon is easy with frequent flapping of its wings, but in horizontal flight the peregrine falcon reaches a speed of no more than 100 to 110 kilometers per hour. Of course, this is a lot, but swifts fly at the same speed. Swallows and even pigeons can dodge a peregrine falcon. But these falcons have a secret weapon, a swift dive. Here the peregrine falcon has no equal in the animal world, because in the fall its body cuts the air at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. This is the highest speed recorded among all living creatures in general. Due to these flight characteristics, peregrine falcons have developed their own hunting style. These birds do not try to catch up with the prey in an open speed contest. They notice the prey from above, after which the peregrine falcon folds its wings and dives at the prey. The peregrine falcon grabs the prey with its paws, which, combined with the enormous speed of the collision, can already be fatal for the victim. If this was not enough, the peregrine falcon finishes off the prey with a blow from its sharp beak. An amazing feature of these birds is the fact that they build nests ineptly. The nest litter is always poor and consists of several twigs and large feathers. In this regard, peregrine falcons often occupy crows' nests, impudently driving out their owners. Peregrine falcons always strive to build their own nests on safe heights. In the presence of such convenient nesting sites, they can occupy such places from generation to generation for centuries. In addition, each pair has several spare nests on the site, which they can use if the main one is destroyed. On vast plains, for example, in the tundra, peregrine falcons dig a shallow hole in the ground. That's all the nest is. Peregrine falcons are monogamous birds. Their pairs remain for life. The mating ritual involves acrobatic flight, somersaults in the air, and the male handing over prey to the female in flight. The pair incubates the clutch for 33 to 35 days, but the female sits on the nest more often. Peregrine falcon chicks are covered with white down and are initially warmed by the female. The male provides the family with food. The parents tear the prey into small pieces and feed the chicks individual meat fibers. During this period, birds especially fiercely defend their spaces. In this video, a fellow member of the hawk family, the red-tailed buzzard, had the imprudence to violate the safe boundaries within the peregrine falcon's nesting area. The defender of the offspring did not wait until the nest was discovered, but immediately entered an advantageous position to attack the intruder. The red-tailed buzzard even suspects that in a second sharp claws will pierce his back at breakneck speed. The peregrine falcon is absolutely not embarrassed by the size of the violator of its borders. For example, the next violators, a flock of brown pelicans, have laid their route on the wrong echelon. The peregrine falcon from the nest tried to invite the pelicans to restructure their route, but they ignored the threats. Then the hawk takes the situation into its claws and with an accurate blow incapacitates one of the pelicans. The rest of the birds will remember this lesson and will plan their route better in the future. No one will be able to get close to the chicks. For example, a huge poisonous snake wanted to feast on the chicks. It would seem that no one would risk messing with it, and the peregrine falcon makes a wise decision. He simply throws the snake off the rocks. It has practically no chance of surviving. The chicks grow quickly and within a month they fledge, and after a month and a half they try to fly. The art of dexterous hunting is not given to young birds right away, so for about a month after they take wing, young peregrine falcons are fed by their parents. In nature, peregrine falcons have few enemies. They can only be hunted by larger birds of prey, and their nests can be destroyed by ground predators. But peregrine falcons are not timid birds. In most cases, they actively attack even large animals and manage to fend for themselves. People have always admired the flying qualities of peregrine falcons and tried to use them to their advantage. Since ancient times, peregrine falcon chicks have been captured and tamed as birds of prey. Kings, princes and sultans had hunting peregrine falcons. In medieval Europe they were used to hunt pigeons, herons, ducks, geese, and waders. Peregrine falcons are highly tamed and are renowned for their prey and spectacular hunting style. However, trouble also came from humans to the peregrine falcons. This happened in the middle of the 20th century, when pesticides were invented to kill insect pests. It turned out that the pesticide accumulates in the body of insects and insectivorous birds, and when the latter are eaten by peregrine falcons, it also enters their body. High doses disrupted the falcon's metabolism, causing them to lay eggs with abnormally thin shells. This has led to a global decline in the world population of these birds. Only a complete ban on the most dangerous types of chemicals and the breeding of peregrine falcons in special nurseries made it possible to preserve these beautiful birds. Now peregrine falcons have restored their numbers. In our time, these falcons again serve humans. Now they are used to scare away flocks of birds near airports. The global commercial aviation industry spends more than $1.2 billion each year on aircraft repairs, unscheduled landings, and retakes caused by bird strikes. The International Civil Aviation Organization annually records about 5,000 aircraft collisions with birds around the world. At every major airport in the world there are special services that organize ornithological work to ensure flight safety. They scare away, catch, and sometimes shoot birds. The most popular device is bioacoustic systems. These are, in fact, powerful speakers that reproduce the voices of birds of prey and the alarming cries of other birds. Such a signal can scare away flocks within a radius of about 500 meters from the airport. But birds get used to everything except a real predator. But, despite the abundance of tricks, birds living near the airport over time get used not only to the noise of aircraft engines, but also to the pop of propane guns and recordings of the alarm signals of their relatives from the speakers. Only the appearance of a living predator causes real fear in them and forces them to leave their place of deployment with their tail gleaming. Having noticed a hawk, falcon, or owl, many other birds try to leave the territory. The presence of a predator in the airport area is enough to significantly reduce the number of nesting birds in the area. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. If it was interesting, support the video with likes. Thank you for subscribing, and take a look at what else we have prepared for you.